Bear witness to the greatest podcast ever created. The Smelling Salt, starring Mr. Moonshine. Yeah, get the smelling salt. Fimo, I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt. Loma, I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt. Canelo, left hook, right cross, smelling salt. Pacquiao. Yeah, get the smelling salt. Charlo, I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt. Spence, I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt. Bud, I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt. Fury, yeah, get the smelling salt. Wilder, yeah, get the smelling salt. AJ, yeah, get the smelling salt. You know who it? I'ma knock him out, get the smelling salt. Punch, ooh baby, you already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazon, aka El Borracho. Dímelo mi gente, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, boxing is lit, Boxing is on fire, woo! Hallelujah, boxing is good, it's great. Damn it, it's good to be a boxing fan, y'all. It is good to be a boxing fan, and if you find a quote-unquote hardcore boxing fan that's complaining, bickering, whining, crying, frustrated. Yo, boxing ain't the same, yo. Boxing is dead. Yo, boxing pay-per-view. I ain't praying for the pay-per-view, man. Well, look at the matchup, yo. He's a bum. He's this. He's that. Man, shut the hell up, man, and get the hell out of my damn sport. We don't need that negative energy in boxing. We don't need them negative energy fans. Get the hell out of here. You ain't no real hardcore boxing fan. Get the hell out of here because boxing is lit. Boxing is good. Get out of here, man. Go watch the Winter Olympic or something. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. March 19th, Los Angeles. We got the rematch. Undisputed. Super welterweight. Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Shout out to Argentina. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the fight of the year last year. I was out there in San Antonio. It was bananas. It was crazy, and I love to see this. I love to see them guys run it back, and I'm happy. Signed a contract. It's gonna happen again. Shout out to Jermell Charlo. Shout out to Brian Castano, man. Love it. I love it. Shout out to PBC, man, for doing this for getting this fight, man. Man, I can't wait to see this fight. Hopefully I could go to Cali and see this fight. Hopefully. Let me see if I get some media credentials. I don't know if your boy, they wouldn't let your boy, I'm kind of crazy and stuff like that. They'd be like, man, I don't think we're going to let him in the media credentials, man. This guy Punch Drunk is kind of wild. He's kind of wild. But come on, man, it's boxing. You got to have that passion. Feel me? The high-octane delivery of Mr. Moonshine. They need me out there, son. They need me out there. There was a lot of people that felt that Brian Castano won. Argentina robbery. There was other people out there that feel like, nah, Jermell Charlo won. But you know what, man? A draw is good. Both of these guys was champion. And you could honestly say that none of them really took it, right? None of them really took it to be a champion, right? Both of them did well. Jermell Charlo was working from the outside. Using the jab, boxing real well, using some footwork, and of course Brian Castano had effective aggression, having Jermell Charlo a lot on the ropes. But when you have your opponent on the ropes, and I think this is why the draw came about, when you have your opponent on the ropes a lot, in which you got effective aggression, but remember you compromising the other judges. You feel me? That's why coaches, trainers love you to do love it for you to do your work in the middle of the ring. Stay in the middle of the ring. So you know what? It doesn't compromise the judges. The judges see every point at every shot that you land, and they count the points. But when you know what I'm saying, when you got them in the corner, or you have them in the ropes, and you hitting the bodies and stuff like that, and you smothering the work, you smothering his work, and at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's tough. You compromise the judges. So Jermell Charlo did his work. Most of his damage came in the middle of the ring. You feel me? So he got points for that. Brian Castano got points for his effective aggression. In the championship rounds, I believe that Jermell Charlo stepped it up a notch to a different type. He upped it. He upped the level. And if he takes that momentum like he did in the championship rounds, take that momentum into the second fight on March 19th, then I got Jermell Charlo winning this fight. Because what I saw in the championship rounds, and I know there's people out there that be like, come on, man, Punch. They was mad. People was mad at me when I say, yo, I think Jermell Charlo won that fight. They was mad. No, yo, what you talking about, Punch? What you talking about? What you mean? What, you blind? You blind? No, I'm not blind, man. I'm one of the best in judging fights, aight? But, I seen Jermell Charlo when he took it up a notch that Brian Castano could have matched that level. He could not enter that level. And so this is why I'm saying, if Jermell Charlo, which probably the only thing that's hindering him is that he don't throw enough punches. And I think that he throws more punches, up the volume up. I think it's gonna be better for him. I think I seen the best Brian Castano. I think that he's gonna come with the same game plan. But if Jermell Charlo, like I said, carries that momentum of the championship rounds in the second fight, I think he's going to win this fight, hands down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's a good fight. Y'all already know they announced Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, April 30th. I can't wait. I've been clamoring for this fight for quite some time, and not only clamoring for the fight, but the respect that these women deserve. I'm talking about pay, I'm talking about notoriety, I'm talking about exposure, and I'm talking about being a main event. Because remember the first time they was going to be fighting in Eddie Hearn's backyard. Oh, hell no. Hey, shout out to Eddie Hearn. I like Eddie Hearn, one of my favorite promoters. But hell no, that fight does not deserve to be on anybody's backyard, okay? All right? You know what I'm saying? They was going to be in the backyard, co-main, to damn Dillian Whyte and Povetkin. Hell the F no. They should not play no second fiddle to nobody, ladies and gentlemen. No second fiddle to nobody. This is the biggest fight in women history. And not only is one of the biggest fights in women history, but one of the biggest fights in boxing history. I know it sounds good. But this is the biggest fight in boxing history, in my opinion. All right, we got the 7th Division World Champion Amanda Serrano versus the undisputed lightweight champion Katie Taylor. Undisputed Katie Taylor. You got one blemish loss, but Amanda Serrano, but that was so long ago. She looking good. She is the knockout pound for pound queen of the sport of boxing. Amanda Serrano. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Shout out to Brooklyn, New York City. Shout out to Ireland. Shout out to MTK. Shout out to Most Valuable Promotions. Jake Paul, Eddie Hearn, Jordan, Cindy Serrano. Everybody, man. I'm just happy. Madison Square Garden, New York City, baby. Woo! Ric Flair. Man. And also on the same date. And we got to give kudos to one of the gentlemen in this gentleman's sport. Right? Because remember, this is still a gentleman's sport. Shakur Stevenson said that he would like Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor to get that shine. It's unfortunate. We got another great fight that same day. In Las Vegas, though. Shakur Stevenson, who just recently beat Jermell Herring. Salutes Jermell Herring. You already know, one of our veterans. Gonna be fighting Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez, who, in his last fight, prior to the last fight, had a little controversy with the tea, drinking of the tea. But it is what it is, whatever. This is a great fight. Unification bout between the WBO champion and the WBC champion, Oscar Valdez. And it's gonna be on the same day. So this is what I'm talking about. The boxing is lit. That we got two main events, two great fights, one historic. I do believe that, of course, the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight is more historic than the Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez, but it's still an intriguing fight, and a fight that the boxing fans would love to see, and it's going to see. And this is what I mean about that is lit. Just look at the month of April. You got Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is going to be back in the ring versus, I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, I'm sorry, but he's going to be fighting him, I believe, July 9th. He's starting off the month. And then we got the fight that we're going to be talking about more. We're going to be talking about this fight, and of course the gentleman in this welterweight division as well. We got Errol the True Spence that was announced a couple of days. Errol the True Spence, the unified welterweight champion of the world, versus Yordenis Ugas from Cuba, the Super WBA champion. 3 belts on the line, unification bout. Ooh, baby, I can't wait. This right here, this matchup is very, very good. Is very, very good, and it's going to be very intriguing because the styles, they're going to be in the middle of the ring. They're going to slug it out. 2 good counter punches, especially Yordenis Ugas. We got Errol Spence. I believe that he leads it in high volume punches in the welterweight division. You already know, man. He got punch resistant. We saw that versus Sean Porter. We saw Yordenis Ugas versus Sean Porter, and a lot of people feel like Yordenis Ugas actually beat Sean Porter, but it was a close fight. Could have been a draw as well, but it is what it is. A lot of people felt that they didn't count that knockdown early in the fight or later in the fight. I believe so. I'm mistaken. Sorry, man. I watch a lot of boxing, but that's a great fight. I don't think they're gonna look. It's a great fight, but I believe that the promotion is gonna be like a snooze fest because none of them can promote a lick. But a fight like this, you shouldn't. Fight like this, it doesn't need any promotion. But of course, I think they're gonna be putting on pay-per-view. We don't know if it's gonna be on Fox or Showtime yet, but hopefully, we'll know very, very soon. There's a good fight. Of course, a lot of people in the welterweight division want to see Errol the True Spence versus Bud Crawford. A lot of people dictate the landscape of boxing just because of that fight. But it's more to the sport of boxing. It's more to the welterweight division. The welterweight division is stacked with veterans who are prime fighters and phenoms of the sport of boxing. Just the other day, Sean Porter in his podcast said that Boots Ennis, one of the phenoms of the sport of boxing. I said that Boots, me. Mr. Moonshine said that Boots Ennis almost 3 years ago. I said that Jerron Boots Ennis is the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. People thought I was crazy. People said, come on, man, you need to stop premature analyzing these fighters. Come on, man. Nah, I love boxing. I give all credit, all praise to the men and women that step inside that ring. All modern day warriors, modern day gladiators that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Shit. Sean Porter said on the podcast that Jerron Boots Ennis is overrated. He's just tired of the praise. He's tired of the hype of Jerron Boots Ennis from Philadelphia. Jerron Boots Ennis took it back to Twitter and be like, hey, yo, I'm just paraphrasing. You come out of retirement. And let me know how overrated I am. But of course, Sean Porter's living good in retirement. I think he got one of the best resumes of this era. You know what I'm saying? I mean, without a doubt, no question, the spectacular fortitude in the heart of Sean Porter. He fought everybody. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Ugas, Danny Silva Garcia, Devin Alexander, Paulie Malignaggi. What else, man? He fought Kell Brook, Terrence Bud Crawford that actually retired him, bro. So he fought everybody, and gave everybody a fight. Everybody respects Sean Porter. So I know, he ain't looking at Boots Ennis like, come on, man, I seen it all. You know what I'm saying? I seen it all. Boots Ennis might be saying, but you ain't seen me though. But what have you done though? Lipping you ain't enough for me, But it's just an opinion, and to be honest, the opinion that probably is the most legit opinion is probably Sean Porter, because he's been there with the top dogs, except for Manny Pacquiao. But he's been there with the top of the top dogs. He's been a top dog. He's been there with the top dog. He's been with the guy that's just in his same level. Spar with the best, spar to win Manny Pacquiao. So you already know. So of course, there's a lot of hype going on with the kids in the back. Y'all already know, man. I ain't that rich. Y'all want to donate to the channel? Y'all want to donate? Y'all know what to do. All right. So, had my daughter ordered to come in. But anyway, man, shout out to the kiddos. I like the fight. I like the fight very much. I'm going I'm giving it a slight, and leading up to the fight, I'm gonna be breaking it down on my YouTube channel, Punch Run Boxing. Y'all already know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel, Punch Run Boxing. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Mr. Moonshine 10, on Instagram, Punch Run _boxing. Follow me on the social media platform. Hey, you know what? I got TikTok too, motherfucker. I got TikTok. Go follow Punch Run Boxing on TikTok too. Man, I'm doing it all, man. But yeah, it's a good fight. I do believe the styles is gonna be. I think they're gonna slug it out. I just think that Errol Spence sits better on his punches. He got good punch resistance. His defense is not all that great. It's good. He stays in line. He's there to be hit. But Yordenis Ugas is also there to be hit. But he knows how to. I like the way that Yordenis Ugas, he's the game of inches. He know how to counter. He know how to slip real well. He know how to counter to the body. He know how to counter to the top. That over right hand, good. But I just don't think that power carries. You know what I'm saying? He don't got that type of power resistance like Errol Spence. So, and I think that's what's gonna. I think that Errol Spence is gonna outpoint him because I think he's gonna the output. I think the output, in my opinion. But Yordenis Ugas' game. He got that Cuban style. And I can't wait to see that fight. Following that fight, y'all already know it's Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte. I'm not even going to discuss what happened with the WBC, but of course the 80-20 split. I think it's at 32 or 38 mil. I think it's 32 mil, something like that. 32.8, something like that. That Tyson Fury is going to be gaining. Is going to be earning that fight, and I think that Dillian Whyte is going to be earning $8 million or something like that. 7 or 8 million, and if he wins, he'll get 11 million. I think Frank Warren said that. But that's gonna be on what, April 23rd, the following weekend. And then y'all already know we already spoke about the April 30th. And then we're gonna go to Cinco de Mayo, and we got Canelo Alvarez, y'all. Canelo Alvarez made news yesterday. He's close to finalizing the deal. The 85 to 100 million, 2-fight deal to fight Dimitry Bivol, the champion in 175, and also following that, we're gonna see if Triple G gonna be fighting Murata out there in Japan, and the second fight could be around Mexico Independence Day, and it's gonna be versus Triple G, the trilogy. Now, to be honest, man, I'm not really a fan of the trilogy, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people that felt that Triple G won the fight. To be honest, man, if y'all been following me for a while, I think that Canelo Alvarez won the first fight. I think the Canelo Alvarez won the second fight. They could be, like, I understand if it could be a draw. I understand when people be like, it could be 115, 113. I think in the first fight, to be honest, people didn't expect the evolution of Canelo Alvarez. That's what it was. In my opinion, I think that people expected another style that he was going to execute. He had movement. It looked like he learned a lot from Floyd Mayweather. His only loss is against Floyd Mayweather when he was 22, 23 years old. And people didn't expect his movement. I was like, yo, Canelo is moving. I'm liking. He looked elusive, but I feel like the people wanted to see that quote unquote Mexican style. But I'm gonna tell you like this, folks. I think that people need to stop saying like Mexican style in terms of like a phone booth fighting. There's an evolution in every style, and I think Canelo Alvarez and the likes of, even Oscar Valdez, the way that he beat Miguel Burchett. I think Miguel Burchett fights a Mexican, like the traditional Mexican style, but there's the evolution, there's footwork now. You saw Oscar Valdez footwork, but there's still power. There's still with boxing, there's still movement. I'm here to slug it out too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not going to stay like in a phone booth all day. I think there's been an evolution of the Mexican style fighting, and I think that that Triple G just didn't know that, and they was not prepared for that type of Canelo the first fight. Canelo Alvarez said, "All right, man, I won't move at all. I'ma still beat you in the traditional Mexican style. I gave you the evolution. You can't F with me with the footwork, but I'ma stay in the middle." And then Canelo Alvarez beat him in the traditional Mexican style fighting. So, in my opinion, I believe that Canelo won both of the fights. If y'all been following the podcast, I've been the only thing I've been frustrated. I don't get frustrated really. I love where boxing is at and where boxing is going. But I think that the only thing I'm frustrated is the middleweight division. Y'all heard me say I just wanted to see I wanted to see Triple G versus Charlo, or Triple G versus Andre, or Andre versus Charlo. I wanted to see that, or Andre versus Triple G. I wanted to see that. I want to see that unification bout. Yeah, of course, Triple G is going to be fighting Murata, but Murata just received the belt because, of course, Canelo Alvarez vacated his belt. You know, so of course, Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitry Bivol is a good fight. I think it's a more dangerous fight than any other fight at this point of their career. I think it was a more dangerous fight than Canelo Alvarez fighting Jermall Charlo, in my opinion. I think it's a more dangerous fight. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I think that I'm not frustrated with Canelo. Canelo could do whatever the F he want to do, in my opinion. Canelo Alvarez has fought 4 times in the span of 11 months. If people have been frustrated with that, fighters ain't fighting the same, ain't fighting enough, Canelo Alvarez is avoiding that frustration. I keep on saying it, right? Canelo Alvarez, y'all already know Canelo Alvarez, the newly undisputed, super middleweight undisputed, pound for pound number 1, libra por libra numero uno, cash cow with the sport of boxing, 4-division world title. Canelo Alvarez is the king of boxing. Canelo Alvarez, a.k.a. King Nello, a.k.a. Cash Kello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Baby, a.k.a. Get the fuck out of here, man, my friends. Yes. Canelo Alvarez, man. Canelo Alvarez out there breaking hearts, y'all. Canelo Alvarez breaking hearts because you know Jermall Charlo probably was in the gym. He was probably in the gym and he puts it on IG, had a pen, you know, like a little like meme or whatever what it was, and it said, you know, like if he signed a contract, right? You know, people, and I thought it was confirmed. I thought it was going to be Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez, Cinco de Mayo. He probably was hitting the speed bag. Yo, Jermall, yo, what's good? Yo, you heard the news? Hell yeah, man. I'm getting ready for this Cinco de Mayo, man. He on the speed bag and shit. Nah, man. Yo, they announced that Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting Dimitry Bivol. What? You know, he's slowing down on the speed bag. What? You serious? Nah, man. Nah, how you send me, man? I'm gonna call Al. Nah, I'm telling you right now. Look at the Twitter feed. Mike Compinger from ESPN. This is what he's reported, right? All right, he's slowing down in the speed bag again. Let me call Al, man. Give me the damn phone. Let me call Al. Yo, Al, is it true? Damn it, tell me it's not true, man. You gonna play me? They gonna be playing me in Black History Month, man. You better give me some good news. It's Black History Month. You better give me some good news. Don't say you're sorry, Al. Don't say you're sorry, motherfucker. Don't say you're sorry. Shit. How about Makabu? Cruiserweight WBC champion Makabu thought he was gonna get Canelo Alvarez. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. I went to the WBC convention in Mexico. I shook hands with Eddie Reynoso. He's not a man of his word. And then I seen Canelo Alvarez. I took pictures with that motherfucker. I thought I was going to be the next. I thought I was going to get the sweepstakes. I thought I was going to get the golden ticket. This is not fair. How could you do that to me, Canelo? We were supposed to have a fight in the Congo in my country. So, you know, the economy is bad. And you was going to bring all this money into my country. And I was going to be a good countryman. I could be somebody. I could be somebody. I could be somebody like Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines and the Congo. You look at me in the eye and I say, I'm next. You look at me in the eye like Goldberg for WWE and you tell me that I was going to be next. You said to the world you want to be 5-division world champion. Now I know how Andre feel about you. Because I remember in 160 you said that you want to become undisputed and then you didn't give that matchup to Andre. And now you telling me you want to become 5-division world champion. And now you back down to fight Bivol. Oh, I understand you, Jermall Charlo. It must be Black History Month. He don't want to give me chance. Oh, shit. They tight, y'all. They are tight. Makabu tight. Man, McBoy, ain't nobody know you. Ain't nobody know who you champion anyway. Nobody know you anyway. Canelo Alvarez, man, get the fuck out of here, man. I want you beaching. Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, you want to pay? I say your name. Nobody know who you was, man. Get out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. You a terrible. I saw your last fight. You a terrible fighter. You're more terrible than Andre. You're a terrible fighter. Canelo Alvarez, man, get out of here, man. But I think it's good. I look, Canelo Alvarez again, man. He's at the point where, excuse me, he's at the point where he has separated himself from his contemporaries, man. And whatever move he make, I'm not frustrated with Canelo Alvarez. I'm not. There is no pressure on Canelo Alvarez. As me as a fan, me as a consumer, ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. I understand he still got responsibility because he got straps, but I want these other guys to carve their own legacy, man. I want to see Bivol versus Beterbiev, to be honest. I want to see Triple G versus Charlo and Dimitry Andrade. I want to see Dimitry Andrade versus Charlo. I want to see David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Or son, if you want to move up, go fight Zurdo Ramirez. David Benavidez trying to shame Canelo Alvarez and fighting, David Benavidez and his pops trying to shame Canelo Alvarez and fighting him. In the end of the day, man, you got nothing of all for Canelo Alvarez. Let's just keep it real. David Benavidez want to feed him in the sport of boxing in 68-pound division, but let's get it straight. I know a lot of people always want to talk ish about Canelo Alvarez because of the Yeardrum fight, but put it this way: if David Benavidez was not with the white lady, was not messing with the white lady, you know what I'm saying? We would have never had the Yeardrum fight. We would have had Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. If Canelo Alvarez wanted to become undisputed, he should have had gone through you. You dropped the ball. You didn't want it that bad. So you can't shame. Ain't nobody shaming. Look, people make mistakes in their life. People shouldn't shame David Benavidez for what he went through. He overcame. He's young, experienced. You know what I'm saying? We all did something crazy when we was younger. Except getting a wet willy in my butt. You know what I'm saying? Never that. I ain't never going that crazy, motherfucker. Well, I ain't never that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all did that shit. I ain't that crazy. But anyway. Where this at? Boxing is good, like I said. Boxing is real good, and people shouldn't be frustrated with Canelo Alvarez. I think that he's doing a good job of being the top dog in boxing. Again, I thought we was gonna have Chocolatito versus Estrada, but of course Estrada got the COVID, and we're gonna have Martinez versus Chocolatito, and I think that's a great matchup. There's gonna be a March as well, so boxing is lit, y'all. Boxing is real lit, and I'm happy to see where boxing is going. Keith von Tom Thurman is back. Keith von Tom Thurman this past in the weekend pay-per-view Fox. A lot of people was mad. A lot of people, oh my God, I ain't gonna be paying for that pay-per-view. Nah, that shit ain't worth it, yo. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. Man, shut the hell up. I was like, that man, shut the hell up. I know the fight ain't worth it, but I told people, man, it's two different type of consumers, man. I keep on telling the people, there's the people that willing to pay for the fight, and then there's people that's willing to pay because they want to see their favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of people like to devalue a lot of stuff in the sport of boxing and then call themselves a hardcore boxing fan. Like, people buy things for whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying? You can't put value on your definition of value. You know what I'm saying? Your definition of value is not the other person's definition of value. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's got to be some humble. A lot of people always want the fighter to be humble, but I think the fans got to be humble. At the end of the day, man, ain't nobody taking the risk like these fighters. You know, and I'm a boxing fan, hardcore boxing fan that respect the lifestyle of the fighter. I respect the sacrifice. I respect the hard work. I respect these modern day warriors and modern day gladiators. I don't mind paying for the pay-per-view. I don't mind paying for warriors. This ain't wrestling. I pay to see WrestleMania. You know what? And it entertains me, and it is not real. I could pay to see Keith Thurman. I could pay. He entertained me when he fought the light. Almost all his fight, he entertained me. So he's box office to me. I paid. As a matter of fact, forget the pay. I went over there. I took a flight. I saw the fight in person. Saw Thurman. Because Keith one-time Thurman, the welterweight division, just make shit more interesting. And I do believe that it's going to be Keith one-time Thurman, because the WBC said that was the title eliminator. That was a title eliminator, but it was not a final title eliminator, right? But then we already know that we got Virgil Ortiz are going to be fighting, his opponent. And we probably going to see Virgil Ortiz versus Keith one-time Thurman in the final eliminator. That sound good. That sound good. Y'all know that Virgil Ortiz, one of the phenom in the sport of boxing. Boots Ennis as well. I think that's going to be a dream matchup right there. Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz. But these guys are on precision to get the elites. That's why I'm not even frustrated with the Bud and Errol Spence. You know why? Because Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis in precision, as they're in mandatory. They're not mandatories, but they're in mandatory precision. They're in contentions right now. You know what I'm saying? So with this fight that Virgil Ortiz got coming up, if he wins, I think that's going to be on the same day as the Charlo event, March 19th. If Oscar Valdez wins, we already know that Keith Thurman wins. Then we're going to see the final eliminator in the WBC, probably Virgil Ortiz and Keith one-time Thurman. That's going to be awesome right there, son. That's going to be good. But, of course, Keith one-time Thurman said in the press conference that he wants the win over Ugas and Errol Spence. And, you know, I think that Errol Spence versus Keith one-time Thurman has been not an over-married, but one of the longest marinated fights in boxing. Even though, of course, a lot of people want to see Bud Crawford, but Bud Crawford is a free agent. I want to see what he could do, man. He's still battling, I believe, in court with Bob Arum. Bud is an extreme talent. I would like to see Keith Thurman versus Bud. I would like to see Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz get their crack at the elites. You know, boxing is good. I can't complain, bro. I can't complain. Crew du Jour is always going to be performing. Shout out to Clarissa Shields with her win. You know, but again, I gotta say it. I love Clarissa Shields. She's the GOAT, right? But she is not as entertaining as Amanda Serrano, Alicia Baumgartner, Jessica McCaskill, Estrada. And I think this is why, trust me, the person who wins of the Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, whoever come out winning, that's the GOAT. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say the GOAT. I'm not gonna say it like that because Clarissa Shields came up with that name. But I'm gonna say it. You know, whoever wins that fight is the greatest women boxer. And I'm not going to say the GOAT, but I'm going to say the greatest woman boxer. It's going to be historic, bro. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Keyshawn Davis going to be performing soon. Shout out to Floyd Schofield, a.k.a. Kid Austin, going to be performing February 26. It's 26 out there in San Antonio. Shout out to Davies Promotion, doing a hell of a job. But yeah, man, I'm just giving y'all a little short episode. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all already know, man. Share this, share it. Whatever y'all listening on the Spotify, Google Play, Apple, Podbean. It's Punch Run Boxing. Subscribe to the channel, my YouTube channel. Y'all already know, man. Punch Run Boxing, and of course, man, there's a lot of great things happening. And check out I go live all the time, 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all already know one of the best dangerous show in the sport of boxing is when I go live, and also and most importantly, Thursdays, happy hour Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, the most dangerous show, the most dangerous boxing show out there. So, man, shout out to all the people that bringing boxing alive, contributing to the sport. All the independent media, all the boxing content creators that breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Keep doing it. Let's keep preserving the fighters, preserving the sport. Beautiful science of the sport. I love it. Everybody, I already know we're brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. Take care. Have a good day. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.